I have been 3D printing lures for a while now, and I think I finally figured out the best way to do it. These are the last two lures I made. I haven't tested them yet, so we're gonna test them today, see if they work well, if we need to do any modifications. This is a walking lure. It's completely hollow from the inside to make it float. This one is a bit different. It's not hollow, however, it has a hollow part at the top to give it some buoyancy. It's something I'm experimenting with. It doesn't have any weight. It only uses the hooks as weight. I'm not sure if this works. I think Rapala does this in some of its lures, maybe the Husky Jerk, but we'll find out if it works or not. Okay, so we're at the lure testing studio. We're gonna start with this one. First, we need to do the float test. We wanna see if it floats or sinks. I've already done the calculations on the volume and buoyancy and density and whatever, and it should float. So let's see. And it does. Actually, it floats hard. So let's do a swim test. Okay, so this one is good. What I think I'm gonna do is maybe add a couple of weights at the front to make it sit a bit head down to catch more water. And we can also use these weights as a rattle. We'll see. Here's lure number 2, the walking lure. Again, I'm expecting this one to float. Floats well. Let's see if it works. Now it's gonna be hard to walk with my hand, but yep, it does work. It's gonna be a lot easier with the rod and reel, but it did work a bit. So I modified the design and I've sent it to the printer. The printer is now calibrating and should start printing soon. Okay, that is bad. I have to restart it. Okay. It's printing now. It's gonna take about an hour, maybe a bit more. But before it ends, we need to pause it, insert some steel balls like these. These are meant to be used with ball bearings. We're gonna use them as weight and as a rattle. So we're gonna add, I guess, 2 of them. Should be enough, and then we'll continue the print and they should be embedded inside of the lure. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to restart it again. It's day 2. Yesterday was not my day at all. The print kept failing and failing. But anyways, I figured out the issue today and I fixed it. So here's the print so far. It's paused now because we need to insert. So we inserted the balls and now we will continue the print until it's done, and then we can paint the lure and clear coat it. And it is done. So there's a small blob here because of the resume, but you can easily pop it out. The print quality is fine, except there's a line here where we pause and resume. Sometimes this happens, other times it doesn't. If you guys know how to fix this, maybe add it in the comments. Yep, overall looks nice. It has been 2 days since we printed the lure. You can tell from my hair that the last 2 days were not the best. This is the lure. I have already added some hook eyes and a line tie, so we're gonna start painting it now. Also, I'm using my other camera. I've been filming on my iPhone. This camera was acting weird, but I'm giving it another chance, so let's see if it works well. So what I have here is just a Chinese no-brand airbrush, mainly because I couldn't get an Iwata here in Lebanon or any other airbrush, so I had to get this one. Hey. Say hi. She's gonna run away when I turn on the compressor. And also the compressor is Chinese. I'm not gonna do any fancy paint schemes. I'm just gonna coat the entire lure with pearl silver. Maybe add some green. This is transparent forest green at the top. And maybe some white at the bottom, we'll see. I'm not gonna prime the lure or anything or seal it. It's plastic, not wood. And also I'm not going for like perfect looks. I just want something that can catch a fish. So just basic 3 colors. Some defects will show up in the paint scheme, like this line here and the line at the top, but again, I'm not looking for perfect here. Okay, so the silver is on. Now I'm gonna add the green on the top, maybe also on the face area. We'll see. Silver looks really nice. Here's how it looks so far. The green. Also I added some green on the bottom, on the lip, and the top. I don't know if I should leave it like this or add some white. I think I like it more just like that. I'm gonna leave it. Let me think if I should add some more details or not. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it like this. So this is just a water-based urethane varnish that I have thinned down so I can shoot from the airbrush. So what I use for clear coat is just a generic 30-minute epoxy. This is BSI. I'm also gonna add some glitter. I've only done this once before. Let's hope it works. So resin has to be mixed by volume, not by weight. I figured out a way to mix it by weight. For BSI specifically, it's 1 to 0.8. So that's actually 80% hardener and 100% resin. Oh, and I forgot to add the sparkle. I should have done this before adding the hardener. Let's try not to get glitter on everything. And I'm gonna add a generous amount. I am 100% sure this is not the best way to mix resin, but hey, it works for me. Now I have made a huge mistake. I don't know if you figured it out already, but I forgot to add ice. Let me grab some ice real quick, maybe we can still save this. These are just some Chinese ice. I'm gonna use the yellow ones. Yellow usually looks good on this lure. This build was going great until the last minute. I forgot to add the eyes before applying the clear coat. I did manage to add the eyes at the end. They are not aligned properly and I think I used the wrong size of eyes. They're a bit bigger than the hole, so they didn't fit correctly. But overall, it did come out great. I like the pattern and the glitter. I think it will attract fish. And it came out really detailed. Like if I compare it to the old lure, if you look at the gills and the fin, you can see that it doesn't have as much detail as this one. And I think that's because I added a base coat on this lure, an epoxy base coat, to make it smoother. That's why I didn't do it on this one. It does have some imperfections, like the line here. I don't know if it's visible on the camera. And also some other blobs, but overall I think it looks nice. It's 2 grams heavier, but all the 2 grams are on the front, so hopefully this will make it swim better. It might suspend because it's 22 grams now, which is very close to its density. We're gonna check this out in a bit. We're gonna take it to the bathtub and make a swim test. Okay, so here we go again, starting with the float test as always. And it floats. It's floating completely level, but I think before it was floating more tail down. So we do have a bit of improvement. Could be better, but let's see how it swims. Oh, nice. It swims nicely. It's even dives more. Wow. And the rattle. When it's swimming, you can hear the rattle. I'm pleased with the results. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna see if it catches fish or not. Just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, this is the third time I'm shooting this section. My microphone was making some very weird noises, so I shot it again. It was still the same. Turned out to be the cable. Now I replaced the cable, but it's a short one, so I can't have the microphone near me. That's why I'm shooting here in this place. But anyways, here's what happened. It was Sunday, nice weather. A friend of mine called me. He told me about a new fishing spot. We went there. It was actually nice, but the water was full of weed, and not even the good type of weed, if you know what I mean. It was like every cast when I retrieved the lure, it's just full of weed. I think from all the casts that I have made, only like 2 or 3 of them, there were no weed on the lure. The diving lures, they work great. I tried them like just on shore without casting. If I cast them, I'll get weed. The top water one though didn't work. I'm not sure if that was because of the waves or the wind or because it was like too light. But anyways, I'm gonna try adding some weight at the tail. Maybe this will help with the walking. But yeah, as you would have guessed, we didn't catch any fish. We did enjoy the day at the beach though, and maybe we can visit that spot later when there is no weed there. By the way, if you want to watch me designing and building my lure turner, check the video on the screen right now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and see you in the next one.